I would go back to the idea that teaching is a skill, a very sophisticated skill, that it requires professional training, and that the professional training includes things like relevant background in things about child development, motivation, language, how reading works, and so on. I would go back to the idea that just like in other professions, there's a certain body of knowledge that teachers need to know as preparation for going out to do this difficult job. I would abandon the idea that teachers can't be taught to teach, which is so prevalent in schools of education. Of course they can be taught to teach. And then they'll refine that when they get to the classroom. Right now, what I hear from teachers is about how irrelevant most of their preparation was and how lost they felt when they got there. It's not just anecdote. Of course, there are studies that show this. So I would go back to the idea that let's respect the profession and let's introduce a curriculum that actually includes the relevant sorts of stuff. It would include some of the things teachers are already being exposed to, like, for example, the fact that the kids in their classrooms may come from a wide variety of backgrounds, have life experiences that are quite different from the teacher's own, that are going to influence how that kid functions in school. That stuff is essential too. It's just not sufficient. So I would just make it teacher training, teacher education, a serious enterprise like other kinds of professional training. And to the people who say it's just something you learn on the job, that's just not okay. That's like saying learning to drive is just something you do by doing it. Or, becoming a doctor, well, you just learn that on the job. Let's recognize that teaching is also a skill that requires elaborate sorts of an elaborate set of abilities, and that people need some preparation for the job. And of course, we can provide it because we know quite a lot that's relevant. Okay. That's something we could do. That's something we could do tomorrow.